So I just went outside to clean my car and I saw something that made me go, oh, this is my photo of the day. So I'm currently doing a 365 day of my life, basically photo challenge where I'm documenting it all on my Fujifilm camera. And I got my photo of the day. I got a couple from today. Actually, I got a couple of really good ones, but this is the one that inspired me to. So I walked out, I saw it, and I ran back in to grab my camera because I was like, this is the one. Someone put out a like a children's easel by the trash, and I thought it was just like, I don't know, I just thought it was a really cute moment. Whatever the story is behind it. And I was thinking, like, I do not romanticize being in the snow at all. What is this? Who is she? I do not play in the snow. Like, snow, like, represents being away from home. Snow represents, like, it means something different to me. So I've never been one to, like, play around in the snow. I've never been one to just be outside, like, hanging out. In the snow, so I'm, like, cleaning my car, and then I'm like, oh, this is a nice picture. This would be a nice picture. And I'm just out here, like, living my best life. Just taking photos. I took a photo of a stop sign, and I just went for a little walk, and I was just, like, enjoying myself. I'm not sure which one I'll consider my photo of the day yet. Usually it's clear, but this one is tough. Like, these are all really, really good. This stop sign, I take a photo of it, like, once every 4 years or something. And what's on my mind right now? I'm really thinking about something that stood out to me from Justin Bieber's stream last night that I did not mention was the word at the end. The word at the end. I'm guessing that's like a pastor friend or a minister friend that he had. They were chilling, they were vibing. And then Justin, like all throughout, like Justin was like having conversations about God. And I didn't dive into that because I mean, there's just so much to talk about. And I mean, like, this feels like an appropriate part two to it. But another part that stood out to me, if you haven't already, please watch yesterday's video from literally 4 hours ago. It's 9 a.m. and I recorded that at 2 a.m. So enjoy. But like, I'm still ruminating on it, right? I'm still thinking about it. And in that first video that I did, I recorded that video when I just finished the stream. And it was a good time. And literally, I started a different one, but because I was fighting sleep, I had to go lay down. But I ended up going to bed around like 4. So again, why am I up right now? I actually woke up at 7:30. Why am I even up right now? So I'll just use this as a disclaimer to say that I'm not fully convinced that I'm awake right now. Anything that I say cannot be used against me in a court of law. Because I might just be half asleep and just in a daze, in a trance right now. So I didn't talk about the faith aspect when it comes to his stream. It's so crazy. Like, me finding this, my personal things that I'm navigating through, personal, the word that comes to mind is afflictions, but also like struggles with like navigating my creative journey, right? It's like an ongoing thing. No artist ever is like, oh, I figured it out. This is the path for me and I'm going. And it's so interesting, again, as I mentioned in the other video, to hear some of the intimate conversations that he had around self-image and overthinking. I was like, this guy who to me is like big figure, but he still gets nervous. Like, he still overthinks his creative process. And, you know, when you think about it, he's just an artist. He's just an artist. He's just creative. He's a creative first. It's not like when you put something out and then it like gains traction and people really connect with it. That's wonderful. But as artists, we bear our hearts and our work. And I don't think people realize that. Like, it's not about the fame for him. And that even goes back to his Grammy performance. Like, it's not about the appeal of, like, do you know who I am? I'm on this stage. I finally get to perform here. It's like, no, I'm an artist. I like to make music. I like beats. I like to go ding 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 dong, and then I like to go ooh, and then I put the ding 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 dong with the ooh, and it's a hit to you. But for me, it's like, it's something that had to pass through me. It's something that I had to channel, and so that even helps me in my own creativity when I'm overthinking. It's like, no, the message just has to pass through you. It will land for one person. I love when I make videos and I just get one comment that's like, girl, what? Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for making this. Thank you so much for sharing this. Thank you for your vulnerability, you know? Because, like, as artists, we can't help but create from that place, like, genuinely. Then you start thinking about money, and it's like, I wasn't dabbling in commercial photography, and so it influenced the way that I show up. Like, once you monetize the thing that comes naturally to you, or the medium that really helped you heal some things, escape, like whatever your art form is to you, once you monetize it, it changes it. Because now other people are coming in and being like, I love you just the way that you are. Just don't do any of it. Here's a creative brief. Follow this instead. You know, it's different, but yeah, he's in the space that he has built for himself. It's his headquarters. It's his HQ. It has everything he needs, and he's surrounded by people who are just willing to ride the wave with him. And I thought that was so beautiful. And I wanted to go back to the point of, like, all throughout, he was asking everybody, what is God telling you in this season? What is God telling you in this season? And he was just like, listen to them. He would hear them out. And I was like, it's just like the conversations that he would have. But I don't even know if the creators that were around him were Christian or not. But it's like, we all experience the love of God. We all experience the grace of God. It's like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I don't have conversations like this in the Christian circles that I'm in. I can say that. I have conversations like this all the time with my friend. Like, we just keep each other, like, we be locked in. But it's rare that you have these gracious conversations in a space that presumably, like, people who don't look like, right? They fit the ticket, or people who look like this, who look like that. It's like, no, everybody can have their own God encounter in a different way. Like, who are you to dictate who God speaks to? Who are you to dictate who God loves on? Even my first lady was talking about that at church last week. Like, we we have no power in that. Our ultimate, like, mission here is to love one another, is to care for one another, is to create together, is to just show grace and love and respect. And I thought that was so beautiful. Like, he was just telling everybody, like, what is God telling you in this season? And some people would be like, da, da, da. And then some people would, like, do like a lighthearted thing, tell a joke or whatever. But, like, everybody has their own interpretation of how they're connecting to God in this season. What is God telling me in the season? It's definitely been a season of, like, yeah, get out of the way. Just get out of the way. Just be a vessel. Like, just get out of the way. That's been the word of the season right now. Last season, it was keep going. All of last year, it was just keep going, just keep pushing, just keep going. There was a season where it was like, sit still, just sit still. It changes. You know what it changes. You just know. But right now, he's just telling me to get out of the way. Let him do what he needs to do, and all I have to do is show up. Stop overthinking. Stop overthinking my process. Stop running myself into the ground. Stop burning out on purpose. Stop sabotaging myself. Just get out the way and let me do what I need to do. Okay, thank you very much. That's what God is telling me in this season. Yeah. And then towards the end of the stream, yeah, he had his pastor friend, because they were like vibing, like they really reached a flow state where like now because they were like spread out throughout the space, and he would just go to different pods and they would congregate in different spaces. But this time they were like on stage, and then like the musicians had hit a flow state, and so people are getting on the mic and just like singing different songs, and it was like it was so good. Justin Bieber needs to do Tiny Desk. He would kill it at Tiny Desk, and I would love for it to be like all those people that were in that room squeeze in behind the Tiny Desk, please. It would be fire. Like treat Tiny Desk, like even if he doesn't have like a set list. Now I can't help it. My marketing brain is always like, here's what we're gonna do. Here's a strategy. Obviously, he can't like sing other people's songs, but like sing unreleased though. Just sing stuff that people are not even expecting. Just go up there and vibe, and just sit on that desk and dooba 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 away, and let the people ding away, and just be vibing. Like that was dope. In that, like now, after watching that stream, his Grammy performance makes sense to me. After watching that stream, his Grammy performance makes sense to me, because that's how he is when he's around his people. It's just him and a mic and his instruments, and he loves playing the drums, and he's dabbling in a little bit of this. And again, it's like cultivating a space that's like you. What do you need creatively? What are all the things you need creatively? And have all of them around you. No matter how ADHD it looks, it's for you. It's only supposed to make sense to you. What is the system that you need? Make it work for you. What do you need in your creative practice? I need sticky notes, a pen, and a notepad on me at all times, because I don't know where my ideas are coming from. And I want to be able to capture and honor them. I need my Kindle next to me, because I might decide to read a page. I might decide to randomly read a page. I need my crochet stuff. I literally, like, after watching this, I like brought all of my things out and I just put them out on my desk. But my puzzle, I have a puzzle that I started that I'm just taking my time to slowly do throughout this month, because it's a 1,000-piece puzzle, and it's there. It's there when I need it to be. I have my crochet out. I have all my favorite things. I'm surrounded by all my favorite things, and I can reach for any of them at any point. I have fiction books. I have nonfiction. I'm looking at All About Love by Bell Hooks, which has been so good to me so far. I have a book that was recommended by my therapist. I'm just surrounded by my favorite journals and my favorite craft stuff. Like cultivating a space that is you. It makes sense to you. It don't have to make sense to everybody. This lives on my desk so that I can remember. Did you take your photo of the day today? If you haven't, take it, or if you did, make sure you put it in here and categorize it. We are 7 days into February 1st, Black History Month puzzle. February 2nd, I was working at a cafe. February 3rd, a new exhibition opening at work, and I took a picture of the brochures. February 4th, a sexy selfie. I tried to take a photo in a bathroom mirror with the flash on. What did I think that was about? Trial and error. That's what it's about. February 5, letter locking in the museum, a letter locking activity. And I wrote a letter to my future self that I need to open on the first day of spring. And the 6th, a photo of my desk at work. And today is 7, right? 7. Like, this feels good. This is what feels good. This is what I learned from Justin Jarrell before. I keep literally getting away from the point that I wanted to talk about, but it's all part of it because it's all coming back to me, because I'm like, I didn't talk about the faith aspect of the stream. The way he like speaks into others. This is my first time like paying attention to him in a long time. Like I was like a Bieber fan. Like when I was like a teen girl, I saw his movies in the theater and stuff like, you know what I mean? But I hadn't like paid much attention to his music in a while. But this is like what brings me back to him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like he really is who I thought he was, and he's just an artist. He's just a creative who likes to jump. I will never stop referencing, I'm gonna watch his special today. I'm gonna watch his special right now. I'm gonna watch his special right now. Marcelo Hernandez's joke of his mom being like, he don't have ADD, he likes to jump. I think that's the funniest thing in the world. I think that's the funniest thing in the world. I ain't gonna hold you. And yeah, Justin Bieber don't have ADD. He just like to jump. He just like to jump. Let me wrap this up real quick, because I literally, my brain was like, Marcelo Hernandez, I don't want to forget. The other aspect, towards the end, they were vibing, and then he had his minister or preacher friend come and share a word. It was like a 10-minute word, and it was good. It was really, really good. But it changed my perspective in a way, because so it was around Christmas. There was a Christmas tree in the space, and they were talking about Christmas. I don't know what day it was specifically, but he was like, being that it's Christmas, I'm going to talk about Christmas. And he talks about Mary and Joseph, and Mary told Joseph she prayed in it, and allegedly it's by God. And this man is like, what is going on? And he really kind of like made a point of talking about like the circumstances of Christ's birth. And he was like, Mary and Joseph, they had to be on the run. They go to this hotel. The hotel said, we ain't got space for you, but you can have this barn, and there's this thing that we use to feed the animals. You can put the baby in that. And it's like, I never had this perspective before, but he was like, imagine like you've been told that like this is the child that's gonna change the world, but he's not coming under the best circumstances. He's not coming into the world under the best circumstances. He is born, you know what I mean? He's born in a manger, and it's just like, times are rough. Like, he's just coming under the worst circumstances. Like, this is supposed to be the one. And the revelation that I got from that is like, yes, you, in spite of like whatever home you were born into, in spite of whatever environment you were born into, your purpose is greater than that. Your purpose is greater than your story. Your purpose is greater than your environment. Like, that spoke to me in a different way. And to bring it back to this morning's photo, I was like, I'm really romanticizing taking a photo in the snow. I was like, I'm really romanticizing taking a photo in the snow. And then I had a moment where I said to myself, I was like, yeah, like, this is my ticket out the hood. I don't know. I was like, yeah, this is my ticket out the hood. Like, I have not been born under the best circumstances. My life has not been the easiest. 27 years, it feels like I've been playing catch up since I got here. Like, things are starting to look up. Things are starting to make sense. Things are starting to fall into place. But it hasn't always been easy. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I wasn't born in a manger now. But closer to that than you know? And I have to hold on to the promise that God has made me, that I'm onto something. The get out the way, the I got you, the you're gonna become somebody, you're gonna be doing something, you're gonna create impactful work, I have to believe that. It takes a level of delusion, just as it took Mary and Joseph. It really takes a level of delusion to be like, nah, I'm onto something though. I'm onto something though. In spite of my circumstances, the word stands. Sorry, I'm just gonna grab some water. In spite of my circumstances, the word is what it is. In spite of what things look like, I know I'm onto something. It's crazy until it happens. You really look crazy until you start cooking. And then people are like, wait, how'd you do that? Wait. Put a brother on. How did you do that? And I have to be willing to look crazy. It's snowing so hard. It's so heavy. I'm gonna be in bed all day. You have to be willing to be delusional. You have to be delusional enough to believe that, yeah, you're gonna make it out the hood. In spite of what it looks like, in spite of your circumstances, in spite of taking one step forward and taking 15 steps back. Girl, my life is so exhausting. My life is so exhausting. I'm over it. But there's a part of me that's like, I want to try. I want to try. I want to give it my all. I want to give every single day of my life my all. Because there has to be a reason. There has to be a reason that I was born under the circumstances that I was born under. There has to be a reason why I went through all the things that I went through. There has to be a reason why God put me here when he knows I hate the snow. Back to the earlier point. I don't want to be here. Being here reminds me that I'm not home. And I'm never going to feel at home here. I've been here 16 years and I do not feel at home here. This is not it for me. I got to be somewhere with palm trees, with the beach very, very close by. Actually, no, I don't love the beach. I love a pool. With a pool very close by. Hot. Give me 80 and above. Hot. Humid. Sexy. Okay, all right. Don't get me started because I'm going to book a flight right now. But like truly, you're saying that I am born into this? The setbacks, the limitations, the trauma, the bullshit. And apparently, I'm gonna go from this to this? Excuse me? That don't make no type of sense. Just like it didn't make sense that to marry that. What do you mean? Like, this is the child that's gonna change the entire world. But we couldn't even stay in a 5-star hotel? We couldn't get a nurse and a doula and a midwife? The goat and the llamas was the nurse and the doula and the midwife. Girl, who helped Mary push? That's crazy. She really had nobody helping her push. I'm sad for her. I'm just that did something for me. He went in a different direction. I think he was just kind of like he spoke about the shepherds that like came to see Jesus, and it's people that you wouldn't expect. They were the first people to see Jesus, and he was kind of like, yeah, like anybody can have a God encounter, and even if you feel like you're like outcasted or ousted by the church or whatever, like God still loves you. God is still reaching out to you. God is still revealing things to you. Like, he went in a different direction, which was still beautiful. But I think, like, him talking about that, I was like, no, that baby was really born, like, on the ground. If I'm meant to do amazing things and change the world and have such amazing impact, make sure that when I get born, I'm transported to the Queen's Palace. Make sure that when I get born, I'm adopted by Angelina Jolie. You know what I mean? If you want me to have an impactful life, the life that just, like, to me, right? That's what makes the most sense. If my life is supposed to be that grand, make it grand from the beginning. Please, God, please make it grand from the beginning. Born in Haiti, ran for my life because of earthquake, lived in a shelter, lived in low-income housing. When does it get good? When does it get good? Girl, I'm still in the manger. How about that for you? I'm still in the manger. I'm David in the wilderness. Sure, okay, sure. Any day now, please. Any day now, please. Any now? No? Okay. I can wait. I'm not in a rush. Are you rushing? I'm not in a rush. So since we're both not we're in agreement that we're not rushing, I might as well go down. Because what do you mean? That is what I wanted to share today. That's what's sitting with me. I kind of want to go rewatch it. Even if you don't watch the full stream, the last one, the second one, I think he has 2 streams up. The last one that he had posted, it's like 4 hours and 16 minutes. Watch the last 16 or 10 minutes. Like, that's literally of the 4 hour and 16. You just need the 16 minutes. It will do something. It will do something for you. It will shift something for you. And that really spoke to me. That spoke to me in a very beautiful way. That in spite of the circumstances that Christ was born under, he still went on to do his thing. He still went on to live a meaningful, impactful life. I wouldn't be here without this man. Like, there's just so many places you can go with this. It's like, it really be like the underdogs that rise up and will have the most impact. It be the people that you don't expect. That kid born in a manger, he's a carpenter's son. What you mean? What you talking about? They didn't know. Do you think they know? Yeah, they think they know. I want to just end on one final note, and I might have more thoughts on this, literally, the more I keep obsessing over this. But thinking of the underdog and thinking of the people that you don't assume, years ago, after COVID, I rented out a studio space. I think it was like 2021. Yeah, I got my first studio in 2021, and I like really bonded with the secretary. Sorry, I'm just gonna drink some water. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the bed today. Everybody leave me alone. But I really connected with the secretary at the leasing office for the studio, the artist studio that I had rented. And she would just like always be like, "Oh, Lynn, what are you doing? Lynn, what are you working on? Lynn, what you got going on? Lynn, what you do?" And then I would just tell her about like projects that I had been working on or shoots that I was doing. And so, like, she was always so curious to know, like, what you got going on over there, girl? Because you always doing something crazy. I was traveling a lot. And then in the end, I closed that studio space and I moved to New York because I wanted to. I drove. It's crazy, actually. I drove down to Florida, spent some time in Florida, drove back up, and moved to New York. I need to drive down. Okay, anyways, that's not the point. And so she's like, oh my gosh, I wish you all of the best. Like, this has been amazing just to watch you do your thing. And it's like, this is great, 2 years later, she was just a secretary. She was just a secretary. 2 years later, I applied for a grant. And she was one of the people who reviewed that grant. Now, I'm not saying that she was like, yep, sure, bring her through. But knowing what she knew about me, she was able to add something to the conversation that helped vouch to put my name up to the top. Now that I have my experience as a grant juror, that's literally what it's like on the other side of like, this person's application is strong, but also I know them on the personal level, and I'm gonna also vouch on top of that. Like, that's like credibility. This is like character points in terms of who is this person. This person has a strong application, and on top of that, they're like a really good person who's really devoted to the practice. Yeah, move them on up. Or this person has a bad application, but I can vouch for them and say that like they're cool people. That gives them a little bit of a bump up. Or this person has a really good application, but I've had personal experiences with them that tells me it could be a little questionable. Yeah, we're gonna move that over here. And when we were reviewing grants, we saw all of these different scenarios. And so I'm not like saying that like she definitely like, yeah, sure, run them through, but she had something to add to the conversation in terms of her encounters with me, her experience with me renting the space, me telling her about my life and my adventures and the things that I was doing, the art that I was making. That's to my point of like, you really don't know who's gonna help you in this life. You really don't know who's gonna give you a leg up in this life. It might be the person that you're looking down on, the carpenter's son, and what did he do? He just saved your entire life. You really don't know. Like, you really don't know who's gonna reach out a hand to you in this life. Be nice to everybody. Be kind to everybody. Be loving and gracious to everybody. You don't have to overcompensate. You do not have to abandon yourself. You don't have to give all of yourself away. But just move about the world with a level of kindness and grace and generosity. That's such a beautiful word. Generosity. Be generous. Be a generous person. Not, again, in anticipation of like, how can this person change my life? But just to be a good human. Just to be a good human with a good track record of putting out positive energy into the world, of being kind, of being easy to talk to, of being just good vibes and good energy to be around. So yeah, that's what's on my mind today. And I wanted to share that. You will make it in spite of your circumstance. I will make it in spite of my circumstance. I have made it very far in spite of my circumstance. I am the first person in my family to receive a college degree in the United States, much less full ride scholarship to business school in America. I'm the first. I'm the first person in my family to have built the career that I have. I believe I'm the first person in my family to work in a museum. I don't know, maybe there are other people who I don't know about. I'm the first person in my family to just host certain programming and get grants. So as much as I'm like, God, we still in the manger, what's going on? I've come a long way. I've come a long way, and I have that to hold on to. Whatever is your thing that you have accomplished, don't let anybody diminish it. That's your story. That's your truth. You did that. In spite of being in the manger. Sorry. I'm struggling. I'm fighting for my life. My throat is so dry. The air is so dry. I need to pull out my humidifier after this. But in spite of whatever circumstances you've been born into, you're making it work. You're making it work, and you're slowly but surely, one day at a time, finding your way out the hood. Whatever that means for you. Whatever that means for you. Okay? So yeah, I just wanted to leave you with that. And yeah, that's what spoke to me. And I hope that it speaks to you as well. You are not your circumstance. You are not you're not the circumstances that you were born into. You're not the environment that you were born into. You're not the limitations that you were born into. They're not real limitations. It's just chalk. Where did I get that from? They're not real limitations. It's just chalk. Just wipe it, erase it, and like redraw it somewhere else. Where did I get that? Whenever I find it, I'm gonna make another video about it because that was actually really, really good. The only person who can stop you in this life is you. That's why my word of the season is get out the way, Lynn. I'm the only person who can stop me because God already put me on this path. God already told me, I need you to do this. And whatever it is that you're doing, God needs you to do that. Not me. I can't do it for you. And you can't do my thing for me because I'm carrying a lot. But the vision is big. But I have the capacity to carry it. I can't carry your vision, you know? And so I hope that that's, reassuring and encouraging in a way. And I just wanted to share that. Again, if you haven't, go on Twitch, search Justin Bieber, and all you need to do is watch the last 60 minutes of that stream. It will be a blessing to you. I promise you will. I promise you will. Okay? All right. Y'all take it easy. Bye.